Title: Long-awaited homecoming, a 73-year-old mystery resolved as war hero returns to Georgia. TLDR, lost but never forgotten, an 18-year-old war hero, who laid down his life for his fellow soldiers during the Korean War, finally returns home after 73 years. After DNA testing matched the unidentified remains to the late Medal of Honor recipient, the young private's homecoming is nothing short of a tear-jerking triumph for his family and the nation. In the midst of chaos during the Korean War, a young, 18-year-old Army Private First Class Luther Herschel Story was gravely wounded. His comrades in the 9th Infantry Regiment were desperately retreating as North Korean troops advanced. Realizing he would slow them down, Story chose to stay behind, providing cover for his company's withdrawal. This momentous act of bravery on September 1, 1950, didn't fade into oblivion. Rather, it adorned Story with the nation's highest military honor, the Medal of Honor. His portrait and award now occupy a space in the National Infantry Museum, just an hour's drive from his hometown of Americus, Georgia. But, here's the twist, Story was never seen alive again. His resting place? A heart-wrenching enigma. Judy Wade, Story's niece and closest surviving relative, stated, "In my family, we always believed that he would never be found. How do you keep hope alive when facing such odds?" The tides of time and science turned this April. The U.S. military reported that lab tests matched DNA from Wade and her late mother to bones of an unidentified American soldier recovered from Korea in October 1950. The remains? None other than Story's. After almost 73 years, he was coming home. With a Memorial Day burial, the streets of Americus lit up with the police escorts flashing lights, guarding Story's casket. Amidst this, Wade expressed her relief, stating, "I don't have to worry about him anymore. I'm just glad he's home." Imagine the weight lifted from her shoulders. Can you relate to such profound relief? Former President Jimmy Carter also joined the celebration of Story's homecoming. As a young boy, Story and his family lived and worked in Plains on land owned by Carter's father. The news brought a smile to the 98-year-old Carter's face, illuminating a connection that bridges generations. All this raises a crucial question: how do we keep the memory of our heroes alive, those who gave it all for their comrades, for their country? And, what role does DNA testing play in giving closure to families of soldiers MIA for decades? What's your take? Disclaimer: the information presented is based on factual events and doesn't provide recommendations. It's purely for informational purposes. It doesn't offer health, investment, or other advice. All information should be critically evaluated and validated independently.